Back here at Southeast Park in Warner Robins, Georgia. This is a semifinal game, an elimination game between Nolensville, Tennessee, and the state champs from South Carolina, Irmo Little League. Phoenix City, Alabama is in Tuesday's regional final. It will be on ESPN at 3 o'clock Eastern time as they beat Tallahassee, Florida 8-5 earlier today. And so now Florida awaits the winner of this one. Winner plays Florida, the loser is out. Alongside Greg Olson, I'm Clay Matvick. We have seen some really good baseball already today, and this promises to be just as good.
Yeah, I mean, we got both teams are returning state champions. Nolensville has been here 5 out of the last 6 years. Irmo represented this region and went to Williamsport last year, so both experienced, have been here, and have got their backs against the wall and see who can step up in the biggest moment.
Julian Frazier has been the leadoff man for Nolensville. Athletic shortstop. He'll be at short again for this one. 11 years old, leads like a wise veteran, and the lineup looks very similar to what we've seen here this week. Williams, Kay, Van Horn, Nance, J.B. Carter, Franks, Kelly, Carter Clark, Field, Smith, and Packard in that 12-man continuous batting order. Braxton Reichert, we're seeing him on the mound again, was the starting pitcher against West Virginia. Finished the game against Virginia on the mound here the other day, and now he's going to get the start in this one.
Yeah, really good fastball. You see his numbers: 4 punch outs and 2 2/3, 1 earned run. Fastball is going to be in the upper 60s. He will pitch to contact. He will be throwing a lot of strikes.
Nolensville, Tennessee, located just outside of Nashville. They have had 36 hits in 3 games. This offense has been looking pretty good despite the 1 loss to Alabama. They're coming off a 13-1 win over Georgia, where they had 16 hits. As we're underway, and the first pitch is a strike to Frazier. Reichert winds and fires. There's another strike. 0-2. The Tennessee leadoff man.
How about that little leg kick right there? Leg up, straightened it out.
Another guy with a tight breaking ball.
Yeah, that was a nice slider he just threw, but that's so difficult to do what he's doing with the leg up. You got to have great balance.
Reichert's 1-2 pitch to Frazier. Frazier 6 for 10 in the regional with 3 runs batted in. And he was also the winning pitcher yesterday against Columbus, Georgia. He has had a remarkable tournament.
Oh, he can flat out play. He's been really good in the field, and obviously 6 for 10 out of the leadoff spot. He's been on base all week.
Voted the best hair on the team. You really can't see it under that helmet. The teammates voted that for Frazier. There's a soft liner that's going to be just foul. Behind third. Parents Jared and Brittany. Julian is the oldest of 3 kids. His dad Jared played baseball at the University of Tennessee about 20 years ago.
Play.
2-2 pitch. Missed down, full count.
Great take. So hard to lay off that breaking ball, just missed the bottom of the zone.
Pitch number 8 in this first at bat of the game. Ground ball through. What an at bat for Frazier. Base hit for the Tennessee leadoff man.
8-pitch at bat. Laid off a couple really nice breaking balls and then gets a fastball inner part of the plate, drives it to left field. I feel like Nolensville's been on a heater ever since they lost that 1 game to Alabama.
This is Callan Williams. He hacks at the first pitch, sends it foul. Williams 4 for 10 with a double and a run batted in this week. Nolensville won right out of the gate, beat Virginia 10-2. That was a game that was played over 2 days because of rain. Lost to Alabama 5-2. That was yesterday morning, and then came back with the win over Georgia 13-1. So it was a long day yesterday. And because of that rain out, they had to play catch up.
Yeah, and I mean, it was a long day for this team. They lose to Alabama at 10 a.m. and then have to come back at 4:30.
Short fly ball coming in. Liam Snellgrove, the left fielder. Make the catch. The defense for Irmo, South Carolina. Snellgrove, Jackson Owens, Colt Beatty in the outfield. E.J. Davenport's at third. Cohen Paul, Braden Jensen, the double play combo. Badger Luda, really good first baseman. Tribble Cates behind the plate, catching Riker.
Looks like Snellgrove is going sleeveless. I think he was watching the Bananas on TV last night.
Might have been. Comebacker Reichard's going to go to second for one, and they will not get more than that. Able to force out the speedy Frazier for the second out. But Bruce Cade pounds into a fielder's choice. They'll bring up Hudson Van Horn. We saw Hudson Van Horn leave the yard yesterday. He is 4 for 9 with a homer in the regional and 3 runs batted in. A 2-run homer against Georgia on Saturday. Also had 2 shutout innings of relief against Columbus, Georgia. He's had a really good regional.
They call him Beef. Boy, he went deep yesterday to put an exclamation point on that offensive explosion by Nolensville.
You a little surprised we haven't seen more homers? In all, it's been 4 throughout, double-digit number of games.
I am a little surprised. Yeah, there's some big power hitters here, but I think let's tip our caps to the pitching. There's been some really good pitching. And this is a little bit bigger yard than these guys are used to, 25 feet more.
1-1 in the dirt. It's going to get away from Tribble Cates. On second base is Bruce Kay. So now for Van Horn, he has a runner in scoring position. Said it before, he has 3 runs batted in already in the region. Trying to get Tennessee on the board first. Keep the season alive. Time is called and granted by home plate umpire Dale Wheeler. There's Mark Carter.
Play.
Fly ball. This is going to be a tough play. Running grab. Colt Beatty. Full gallop. Takes extra bases away from Van Horn, who hit a screamer toward the gap.
Colt Beatty robs an extra base hit and an RBI. Van Horn, what a great running catch.
And the parents and friends of the Irmo, South Carolina Little Leaguers as they get ready to hit here for the first time in this elimination game. No score as we go to the bottom of the first. E.J. Davenport is going to be at third base. He'll lead it off for Irmo, followed by Jackson Owens, Tribble Cates, Braxton Reichard, Badger Luder is in the 5 spot. Cohen Paul, Braden Jensen, Liam Snellgrove, Jace Brown, who was on the mound yesterday, B.J. Hammonds, Colt Beatty, and Maverick Cox rounding it out. J.B. Carter Making his second start of the regional. He was the winning pitcher against Virginia in game 1 for Tennessee.
Yeah, you see those numbers. Solid 4 Ks, 3 innings pitched. We saw him start against Virginia in 3 innings of work. Coach's son, you know he's going to be well coached. Watched his brother play here a couple of years ago.
Yeah, he wears number 11 like his brother.
1-1.
He went to Williamsport in 2022 and 2023. His brother Nash, who's 15 years old now, also has his sister Killian, who's 7. And Dad Mark, one of the coaches on this team. And of course, that family has been through a lot of pain this year with the loss of JB's mom, Emily, who passed away over the wintertime after a battle with cancer. Davenport at the plate. The 2-2 pitch misses outside, so a full count to the leadoff hitter. Remember, Julian Frazier worked a full count to start the inning for Tennessee. And delivered a base hit. And Davenport, line drive, it's caught. Julian Frazier reaching out to make that beautiful catch, keeps it off the turf.
We talked about how good he has been at the plate. 7 for 11. He has been equally as good at shortstop. That one he realized it's going to bounce and it's going to skid away from him. So he chooses to lay out and catch it before it gets to the dirt.
Oh, time.
Time
You
called.
gotta come up on this. You can't get on that backside. You got to be right there.
It's Dale Wheeler, the home plate umpire, just reminding him
First
of
play.
where that foot has to be to stay inside the batter's box.
No.
This is Jackson Owens, the center fielder. 2 for 6 in the regional. Had a couple of hits Friday against Florida. The son of Nicole and Tim. Skies this one to short center field. Coming in Ethan Nance, and he'll get there.
Not out.
So J.B. Carter retires Owens quickly. 2 down.
See the respect Nolensville had for Jackson Owens' power. Those guys were back on that dirt warning track, and they're going back there again.
This is Tribble Cates. 1 for 6 in the regional.
No, ball.
Turns away from that inside pitch. Cates drove in a couple of runs Saturday against Virginia. And this guy has been solid behind the plate. He starts there again for this ball game. Carter's 1-0 pitch. Ball under strike.
I get in, you get down. One. Play.
J.B. Carter, kind of the emotional leader of this Tennessee team. Gets another fly ball, and Alex Fields is there. J.B. Carter retires Irmo, South Carolina, 1-2-3 in the first. We head to the second in a scoreless game. youngsters enjoying this elimination game in the Southeast Regional here at Warner Robins. Alongside Greg Olson on Clay Matvick. Off to the second we go. Tennessee coming back to the plate with Ethan Nance, followed by J.B. Carter and Lincoln France. Braxton Reichard, the starting pitcher for South Carolina. Needed just 16 pitches to get through the first. And again, the pitch count maximum 85 for the kids at this level.
Dylan does a great job with that, maximizing how many pitches they can throw.
A lot of pitchers today, Greg, that cannot throw. There are 3 for South Carolina: Hammonds, Luter, and Brown. And Tennessee is without 4 available: Clark, Smith, Frazier, and Van Horn. So it's imperative that their starters go deep today, both teams.
I agree, absolutely agree. And Tennessee was against it yesterday, had 2 games. So used a lot of arms to try to just stay alive and stave off elimination.
3-1.
3 balls and 1 strike here to Ethan Nance, who is 3 for 6 in the region. He's a 3-time district and state champion. That is going to get down. Looping liner into right field for a leadoff base hit. Second hit for Nolensville. Nance is aboard to start the second.
And you get a base hit, you get some candy.
Nobody out.
That's a pretty good trade.
It's manager Bill Packard there. How much candy do you think he has in his pocket there?
I don't know. I couldn't tell what they were. It looked like maybe Mike and Ike's. You got to have a couple boxes in your pocket, don't you? Or at least you hope.
You hope. You need all those, yeah. This is J.B. Carter now, the pitcher, trying to move the runner over. Carter, an ace on the mound for complete games at districts and in the state championship game.
Get there. Come on, Jimmy.
To short, trying to stay out of the double play, and they will as the throw gets into right field. Nance hustling down to second base. He is safe. J.B. Carter at first, and here comes Tennessee. 2 on, nobody out.
Nobody out.
It's an E6, but a little slash play. Shows bunt, pulls the bat back, hits the ground ball to shortstop. Cohen Paul a little bit out of position, had to range to his right, and then just had trouble getting the ball out of his glove, and quick dart-like throw, and just right on top of the second baseman, Braden Jensen.
Lincoln Franks at the plate. Chance to put Nolensville on the board here in the second inning. He is the biggest power bat on the team. He's just been a little quiet here in the region, looking for his first hit. Yeah, you get the feeling when this big kid breaks out, he's going to do it in a big way.
Yeah, we thought we might have seen that yesterday.
Once a foul, a ball, and a strike.
A couple of teams here that will play the small ball game, get the bunt down, force the defense to make the plays. We saw Phoenix City doing that quite a bit in the game earlier today. Nolensville will do the same thing.
Yes, he did.
He offered at it. That's strike 2. Lincoln Franks.
1-2.
11 years old, turns 12 here in a few days, August 16th. 1-2 pitch. Swung on and missed, struck him out. Reichard had him to chase the high fastball. And that is the first strikeout for Reichard, 1 away.
Reichard's got a little cut to that fastball. It stays up in the zone, riding away from Franks. Doesn't get the bunt down, and then gets the 0-2 heater up and out of the zone.
Here comes Max Kelly now, 4 runs batted in during the tournament so far. 3 for 6 here in Warner Robins. He is the youngest player on the team at 10 years old. Oldest of 2 kids for Mark and Whitney. Just 10 years old. You know that we're going to be talking about him for a couple more years. If Nolensville can make it back here.
That's what the coaches said. They do not have 10-year-olds on this all-star team. So quote unquote, he's a dude. He's got a really nice left-handed swing.
Play.
Nance at second. J.B. Carter at first with one out. That's low. Smothered by Cates. That's now the pitch count at 30 here for Braxton Riker. Another breaking ball fouled off.
I got you.
Did they have a pitch count
No.
when you were in Little League?
We never even discussed how many pitches we threw. It was just, you're getting tired, ball starts getting elevated, and you get taken out of the game.
Let's see what the second baseman can do with this. Not much. Jensen got over there, goes past him into center field for a base hit. Second hit of the inning, and now the bases are loaded for Nolensville. Jensen might have a chance to cut that one off, but it kind of picked up speed as it got past the mound for Max Kelly. And Kelly now has 4 hits this week.
Yeah, base hit up the middle, and you see the respect they have for Jackson Owens' arm. Thought we might see Mark Carter, third base, send the runner from second.
All right, here you go. Go, guys.
Triple Cates, the catcher, and the rest of the infield comes over to talk to Riker. A little reset here for the South Carolina pitcher.
Well, just, hey, everybody, we got an out, get a force out anywhere on the bases right here. You got the third baseman in Davenport. So he's probably going to come home with ball to him. Infield will try to turn 2 in the middle.
Base is full of Tennesseans. That's a strike at the knees. Carter Clark. Son of Jessica and Brian. Brother Braden also plays basketball. Just a great competitor. Chance to put Tennessee on the board. Hit well. Going to be a tough play. Backhanded by the shortstop, Paul. He'll go to third for the force out. To get J.B. Carter, a run comes in as Ethan Nance scores, and Tennessee is on the board. So Carter Clark with an RBI. 1-0 Tennessee.
I feel like I've been talking all week about how well coached all these teams are. Cohen Paul lays out. He knows his only out is right in front of him at third base. E.J. Davenport knows he's probably coming to him on that play right there, ball in the hole. So E.J. Davenport doesn't go after it, stays home.
Another base hit. Into center field, it gets away from Owens. Kelly scores. And it's 2-0 Tennessee. Cohen Paul started to his right, tried to come back to his left to slow that ground ball down. And then it gets into center field and gets past the center fielder as well.
It just hard to figure out what Cohen Paul was trying to do right there, shifting. He thought he might have saw the ball off the bat a little bit wrong. Ball ends up getting by his glove and then under Jackson Owens' glove. I mean, Reichard's getting the ground balls. They're just finding holes.
Third hit of the inning as Hollis Smith comes up. Hollis Smith, 1 for 4, a couple of runs batted in this week. He's also been hit 3 times. So he's been on a lot. On that breaking ball, he slashes it foul, so it's a ball and 2 strikes to the 11th man in the order. And the next pitch for Reichard will be 40. I mean, he's closing in on the halfway point here of his limit.
Yeah, and it's been moving fast. There's been no walks. He is pitching to contact like I said he would. It's just a lot of contact, a lot of ground balls that are finding all sorts of holes. And this Nolensville offense stays hot.
Strike 3 called, and the inning is over. So Reichard will limit the damage to 2. 3 hits lead to 2 runs, and Tennessee's out in front. Middle of the second. here in Warner Robins. All right, we'll take this for what it's worth, Greg Olson. The teams who have scored first are 9-2 in this regional. And Tennessee jumps out to a 2-0 lead as we go to the bottom of the second. There's Bobby Jensen, the manager of the South Carolina team. He's going to send Braxton Reichert, Badger, Luter, and Cohen Paul to the plate here, 4, 5, and 6 in his lineup. Reichert, of course, on the mound. Has looked pretty good at the plate, 2 for 6 this week.
Yeah, he's been swinging a good bat. All right, so Georgia came back from a 4-0 deficit against West Virginia. And the other one was
Phoenix City.
Down 4-0.
That's a liner into left field. It gets down for a hit. That's how the second inning starts for South Carolina. Reichert is aboard. I would think, though, especially at this level, because kids emotionally a little bit more fragile than adults.
Yeah.
You get down early, it's hard to come back.
Yeah, it's a roller coaster ride for these 11 and 12-year-olds. And when I was coaching Little League, there was a lot of managers that had the theory that they wanted to be the visiting team, try to score first, and get on the board early. And I was like, well, you know what? You guys can all be visitors. I want the last at bat.
Badger Luter, first baseman. Let's see if this is 2. It's hit hard enough. Frazier to Kelly, and the relay not in time. Force Reichert at second for the first out. Luter beats the throw to first.
Yeah, Luter can fly. That was about as well turned a double play chance as you're going to see. Frazier to Kelly. Luter too fast.
Yeah, and these kids run as fast as adults, and these bases are only 60 feet apart, so it's really hard to turn to.
It really is.
Cohen Paul at the plate. Cues one to the first baseman. Van Horn will go to second, and they get the out there. So what do you think about that decision by the first baseman, Van Horn? He elects to go to the lead out.
I love it. I mean, as a former pitcher, I love it, man. Take away that lead out. I am fine. You know, he probably could have taken a chance on tagging the bag and coming across, but that would have put him right in the throwing, running lane. And he elects to make the throw over to Frazier at second and gets the force out.
And he had the easy play in front of him, but really trusts himself and throws to second. They're 2 away here for Braden Jensen. He'll send it to center. Starting back, coming back in, Ethan Nance, and that will do it. Irmo strands one in the second. We head to the third. It's 2-0 Tennessee. Greg Olson, you can follow the amazing kids as they experience their own Little League World Series adventure. Download the Little League World Series app. You can watch highlights, photos, schedules, and more there. And it's available in the app stores for Apple and Android devices. Which one do you have?
Yeah.
You don't even know, do you? Technology is not one of your strong suits. That's why we gave you a microphone.
Yeah. I'm good with that.
Well, here we go. On to the third inning. 2-0 Tennessee. This is an elimination game. Semifinals, because we're down to 4 teams still alive here in Warner Robins. But the loser is done. Winner will play tomorrow at 11 a.m. Eastern time. Take on Florida. It's going to be a tough play. And E.J. Davenport really had no chance as Brady Packard works himself on base for the first time in this regional. The catcher of Nolensville, Tennessee. There's his dad.
Nobody out here. Nobody out.
He's on to start the third inning.
Talk about a great bunt. This looked like your L-wedge, Clay, playing golf. It just hit and bit.
No, it was much better than that. Dad Bill is in the first base coach's box, gave his son some encouragement here. And they're going to bunt again, and it's another good one for Julian Frazier. But it rolls foul. And with Frazier's speed, you know, if that stays fair, there's no chance they get him.
Yeah, he's flying up the line. That was a really nice bunt as well. Had a little bit of backspin to it and
That's
spun foul.
Yep. It's fun to see this approach.
You know what? It really stresses out a defense. Because you have to spend a lot of time defensively practicing how to field and position yourself for these bunts. And so it stresses the defense. Third baseman's got to come running in. Catcher's got to hop. Pitcher's got to hop. Everybody's got to know their lanes in the infield.
Julian Frazier turns away from that one. He had an 8-pitch at bat in the first inning and drove it into left field. This guy takes great at bats.
He's your prototypical leadoff hitter.
He
finds a way to get on base.
Yeah, and he's now 7 for 11 this week. There's another base hit. Close play at second. They're going to say he's out. And I think they're going to review this. Mark Rulli, the second base umpire, calls Packard out at second. It was a bang-bang play for sure, but we'll see it again. Boy, I don't know.
I think he got to the bag and then bounced off of it, but that would negate. Well, the bag came off, so that would negate the force out. Once he touches the bag first, that force out's off the table. You got to tag him when he comes off the bag, but once the bag comes off, everything's off. It's done, dead ball, stop. So we have had a lot of manager challenges this week, and these umpires have been really good. But this one, I think they got wrong.
And we just saw that up on the screen. 2 unsuccessful manager challenges. You can challenge all day long as long as they're good.
Yeah.
Once they start going against you, you only have 2 bad challenges. And I think this is going to be a good one for Tennessee. Julian Frazier, though, if my memory serves me correctly, I think he's got the batting title this week in this regional. That makes him,
well, depends on the call.
8 for 12. Well, it should make him 8 for 12.
It should make him 8 for 12, or else it's going to be a fielder's choice for a hard line drive to center field. But how about Jackson Owens coming from center field and just on the run, throwing on the wrong side of the foot, and throws a dart to second base to even make it close.
Oh, I didn't notice that. Did he throw off his wrong foot?
Yeah, he had no time. He just came up and just.
That's what you got to do.
Oh, you got to do, yeah.
Got to do what you got to do.
I mean, he's athletic enough. I would probably argue he's the best athlete that we've had in this regional. Speed, arm, power.
Oh, yeah, I see what you're talking about.
Yeah, he's off the left foot.
Good slide by Packard, too. And he definitely beat the throw to the bag. The ball did, or excuse me, the bag did come loose. And we'll see what the result of this review is. This is a challenge for Tennessee. And they will keep their challenge. First and second, nobody out for Nolensville.
Frazier gets to keep his single.
Wow, what a regional for Julian Frazier.
8 for 12.
Good effort, though, by the center fielder, Jackson Owens. Timeout.
Just do what we can do. We're a little out of sorts. We're playing a little out of character because we're thinking we need to press or anything like that. We don't need to press. Right? They're going to bunt right here. So if they bunt the first time, we're doing jailbreak. You're going to slide a little bit this way. We're going to try to get the play at third. You're coming up, you're coming up, you're coming up. You're going to first. We're trying to get the play at third. If we can't get it at third, then let's get the out at first. All right? Listen, we do that the first time. If the attempt's not good, now we're going to move to 10. Okay? Here we go. You pounders on, let's go get it done. Yeah.
That was Bill Packard, excuse me, Bobby Jensen, head coach. And he was talking about the bunt defense, and the jailbreak, I assume, is going to be the third base is going to crash. Shortstop's going to get to third. They're going to try to get the leadoff out there. And you can see the whole infield crashing. They're going to try to get this bunt down. And Luter coming from first. Second baseman's going to rotate over to the bag at first. And so they're going to crash, try to get right on top of Callan Williams.
They take the bunt off for Callan Williams, and he skies it out of play. That was really fun inside baseball there. Listening to Bobby Jensen talk, and then your explanation of it to follow up there, that was good. We love getting this access from Little League. Ground ball through on the right side. That's a base hit. Brady Packard is told to stop by the coach, Mark Carter. And so now the bases are loaded, and Tennessee has nobody out here in the third inning. Three straight hits.
Yeah, and I really feel like Nolensville saw, all right, they're crashing at the bunt. I got a good hitter up. Let's try to take advantage of that with this infield moving and crashing. Let's let this good left-handed hitter swing away, and he hits one through the infield.
No shortage of lefties in this NOLA boys lineup. Bruce Kay. Bilingual slugger. 4 for 10 with a double and a run batted in. On the breaking ball. Wraps it to second. Jensen to second for 1. Not in time at first. A run comes home as Packard scores to make it 3-0 Tennessee. So a productive out for Bruce Kay.
Yep, hard ground ball to second base, and one of the fastest kids on this team. Irmo elects to keep the corners pretty close, and then they're playing double play depth in the middle.
RBI fielder's choice for Kay, his second run batted in. And double plays, as we've alluded to, so hard to turn when the bases are 60 feet apart. In fact, we've only had 6 double plays turned in 12 games here in this region.
And I feel like there's only been one traditional 6-4-3 double play.
Hudson Van Horn as the runner takes off for second, trying to draw a throw, and they've got him for the second out. Here comes the runner home. He scores. That's exactly what Nolensville was trying to do. They will sacrifice the out for another run.
And that's what they were trying to do, exactly right. So you steal and you get caught in a rundown, standing right in the middle, and you force the pitcher. Did a nice job of giving the ball up to the middle of the infield and getting that quick out. But once he made that toss to the shortstop,
oh my, hit well, high, deep, gone. Hudson Van Horn, his second home run of this regional in Warner Robins. And it's 5-0, Nolensville, Tennessee. Do you still like the situation where they sacrifice the run? Because that would have been a 2-run homer.
That would have been a 3-run homer.
Oh, excuse me, 3-run. Yeah, right.
I mean, you got beef up there. Leave everybody where they're at. I'll take it deep. And they call him Beef, and man, he got a hold of this one. Breaking ball, inner half of the plate.
And he gets that big Nolensville hat on his head. Big smile on his face. We have not seen a lot of home runs in this regional. 5 in all.
He's got 40% of them.
Van Horn has 2 of them.
Yeah, that was a nice swing. Bases had been cleared the play before that. Goes down as a solo home run. You know what? I mean, if I hit a home run, I run right by the candy guy. So that's a problem. Do I get candy when I come back out?
Bill Packard will probably make it up for it.
Foul.
He'll find him in the dugout before he takes the field.
Ox for going deep that far.
Hudson Van Horn. He had the game-winning homer in the district championship. And a 2-run homer yesterday against Georgia. Also was really good on the mound in relief in that game. He's had a great regional. Now this is Ethan Nance, who started last inning with a single and came around to score. Scored the first run of the day for Tennessee. Ethan Nance, it's time to dance.
Did you ever have a poster when you were a kid?
No.
The Matt Vick experience?
Sometimes mom and dad didn't even show up to the games.
Feet of clay.
It was a different time. Ground ball to short. Cohen Paul with the throw across. And that ends the inning as Nance is retired. But a big inning for Nolensville. They get 2 last inning. They get 3 this inning. Looking good for the Tennessee State champs. But a lot of game left for South Carolina. They'll come back to the plate down 5.
Welcome to Williamsport, Pennsylvania, and a slice of sports paradise. Hammered, gone! Up and out of Williamsport.
Are you kidding me? Lay out like a superhero.
Great baseball ahead. Here we go.
Ten days away from everything getting started in Williamsport, Pennsylvania for the Little League World Series. We're happy to bring it to you again this year on ESPN and ABC. He's Greg Olson. I'm Clay Matfitt. And now the lead for Tennessee is 5. As Irmo, South Carolina bats in the 3rd inning. Liam Snellgrove hitting against J.B. Carter. And time is called. So in between innings there, Greg, what is the coaching staff for Irmo telling their little leaguers?
I would be just saying, hey, you know what? Everything's fine. We just watched a game. where Phoenix City came back from down 4 runs and ended up winning that game. We have the offense, we have the bats, we have the pitching. Everybody just relax. Let's find a couple guys to get on base, and let's make something happen on our own.
We have seen 2 4-run comebacks in this regional so far. Columbus, Georgia had one as well. This one is lined foul by Snellgrove, the left fielder. 1 for 6. And this regional had the game-winning run batted in and scored a run Thursday in the victory over West Virginia. State champs for the 3rd straight year, Irmo Little League. And the defending Southeast Region champs. Swung on and missed. That's a strikeout for J.B. Carter. That's his first of this game.
Yeah, a little bit of emotion. You don't see that out of J.B. He is pretty calm and stoic. Let's see how bad he wanted that high fastball. Get some cheese past Snellgrove.
Again, this team playing in honor of his mother this year. The Little League planted a tree right outside of their ballpark in Tennessee this spring after the ground thawed out. And imagine how much he wants to win for her this week.
Yeah, he's not ready for his season to end here.
Julian Frazier whips it over to Van Horn at first. And Jace Brown is out quickly. So a strikeout and a ground out. J.B. Carter finding the rhythm now. 3 in a row set down.
Nice breaking ball, fastball mix. Working fast, throwing strikes, and now he's got a 5-run lead.
This is B.J. Hammonds. You know, we were talking about Hudson Van Horn's homer last inning. Well, B.J. Hammonds hit it a ton yesterday. A ball that nearly got out of here. In fact, he thought it was out. Kind of went into his home run trot. Led off the 3rd inning against Virginia.
Hit it 224.
It was a long single. Tap foul.
I did appreciate the point out to right center, you know, gotcha. Giving his props out to the people out in right field, thinking that he had just gone deep, only to see it hit the top of the fence.
2 strikes. Oh, called strike 3, clipped the outside corner. J.B. Carter, a couple of strikeouts in the 3rd. We head to the 4th. 5-0 Tennessee.
J.B. Carter, the ace, coming up at the biggest moments of the game. Couple of punch outs. That one breaking ball locks up DJ.
Get out of here, hon. Atta baby beef. It's what's for dinner.
That's Hudson Van Horn circling the bases last inning for Nolensville, Tennessee. They call it beef. And Bill Packard having some fun there. Beef, it's what's for dinner.
Second home run of the regional. That ball was powered out to left.
And they have forced a pitching change, scoring 5 runs in the last 2 innings. Jackson Owens comes on now for Irmo, South Carolina. We have seen him in center field so far in this game. Now moves to the mound. And he's going to face J.B. Carter, Lincoln Franks, and Max Kelly to start the 4th. J.B. Carter, great at the plate this week. 5 for 7. He has driven in 5.
So Jackson Owens a couple days ago on the mound, electric fastball. I mean, this is probably the best fastball of this regional. Coaches say he'll be 74 to 80.
A lot of defensive changes for South Carolina. Liam Snellgrove now in the left field. Badger Luter in center. E.J. Davenport is the new 3rd baseman. And Braxton Reichert goes from the mound to first base. And Owens, of course, as I mentioned, from center to the mound. 1 ball and 2 strikes to the leadoff man, Carter. That's high. He got a piece of the home plate umpire, Dale Wheeler. I tell you, you volunteer for a tough job when you volunteer to be a Little League umpire. Swung out and missed. That's a strikeout. Good start for Owens, as he's going to try to keep Irmo in this ballgame.
He's storming around the mound. This is, like I said, probably the best fastball that we have in this regional. And it's just utter gas. And he'll change up the leg kicks. Pitch before that, he went with low leg kick. A little bit of Dontrell Willis.
Yeah.
Big high leg kick, arms and legs coming at you.
He throws hard.
I couldn't get far enough away in that batter's box right now. Pushing that back line as far as I could get it.
Lincoln Franks was a strikeout victim his first time up. That misses inside, 2-0. Jackson Owens, he's tall for kids this age. 5'8", almost 5'9". Breaking ball fouled off the front foot. Franks. Jackson Owens won this year's Irmo Little League Home Run Derby. Manager Bobby Jensen says, if we have a 5-tool player, it's Jackson Owens. Lefty comes home, and another foul ball, 2-2. Lincoln Franks, I'm really impressed by his swing. Again, he hasn't had a lot of luck here offensively yet, but his approach at the plate isn't bad. And he's timing Owens up right now.
Yeah, it is a really nice swing. It's just hard to believe he is searching for his first hit.
The 2-2. Check there. Works a full count. Lincoln Franks. Parents Ashley and Martin. He's the oldest of 3. Where's number 27? Because he is a big-time Mike Trout fan.
Aren't we all?
And he draws a walk, and maybe that'll get him out of his funk. He's aboard with 1 out here in the 4th.
Tell you what, that is a really nice job of laying off some high fastballs. He does not want the Mike and Ikes.
He just told Bill, I don't deserve one. Did you hear that?
I didn't hear that.
He is dialed in. That's a competitor right there. I'll tell you when I deserve a Mike and Ike.
Yeah, I'm not taking one for a walk.
That's off the glove. And Tribble Cates, and there goes Franks to second base. So another runner in scoring position for Tennessee, already leading 5-0 in the semifinal elimination game. It's a modified double elimination format. Lose 2 and you're out. But you get to that championship game on Tuesday, and it's winner take all, regardless of whether you've been beaten or not this week.
Yeah, unique format, but I appreciate it. Get these kids moving on to Williamsport, whoever wins on Tuesday.
Max Kelly, a single and a run scored. He has driven in 4 this week. This kid does not look like a 10-year-old.
No.
The way he handles himself in the batter's box, very comfortable up there. 2-1. Strike at the knees, 2-2.
Owens with a little bit different look right there. Drops his arm down, a shade.
Held up. And they appealed to the third base umpire, Todd Boyd. He did not go. And so full count worked by Kelly. On deck, Carter Clark. Drove in the runners last time up.
It's watching him in the box. Tell me he's 10 years old. You got these arms and legs flailing at you, upper 70-mile-an-hour fastball. Left on left matchup.
Yeah, this is a tough left on left too. The way Owens delivers the ball, he hides it well. Kelly has battled. This will be pitch number 8. Ball 4. Gets to the backstop. There goes Franks to third. Runners at the corners and 1 out for Carter Clark.
Just a great at bat. Spoiled a couple of pitches, able to lay off those high fastballs. Knowing you got to get the bat started.
Jay Brown, former South Carolina Gamecock, is going to come out. He's the pitching coach for Irmo. He's part of that 2010 national championship team. He was a senior captain that year. So he kind of handles the pitching staff. And what is he telling Jackson Owens right here?
Right now, it just sounds like it's a little conversation for the infield. You know, he trusts his guy in Jackson Owens, who's just an absolute stud on the mound. So just getting everybody on the same page. Nolensville will try to do something with runners on first and third, 1 out. We've already seen them give up 1 out for a run. See if they do it again where they run halfway down to second base and getting a run down.
Carter Clark, an RBI fielder's choice in the 2nd inning. Jackson Owens trying to settle down after back-to-back walks. 0-1 the count. That's a strike. And they will have a runner to deal with, but they're going to let him go. As Kelly takes second base, so 2nd and 3rd for Clark. Irmo wasn't playing that game this time. The 0-2 in the dirt. Nice stop by Cates. That prevents a run, perhaps.
That one, Nolensville lets him go through. Does not try to get in the rundown. Takes the bag.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Called strike 3. Carter Clark didn't like it. That's out number 2. 2nd strikeout of the inning. Jackson Owens not away from getting out of this mess.
Slide step slider. So it's been all arms and legs, big high leg kick, and then on an occasion he'll do a slide step. Very difficult to time it up, but he's able to get that slider to land top of the zone.
And it's 6-0. Cates couldn't keep that one in front as Owens sent one high to the backstop. Lincoln Franks scores, and Tennessee expands its lead.
Yeah, high fastball just off the glove of Cates. Oh. Little collision at the plate, little glove to the face.
To short, Cohen Ball ends the inning as he throws out Alexander Fields. But another run on the board in the fourth for Nolensville, Tennessee. 6-0, halfway through the fourth here in Warner Robins, Georgia. Little League and ESPN are proud members of the Aspen Institute's Project Play 6330. It's focused on getting 63% of kids playing sports by 2030. Learn more about what Little League is doing to get kids on the field and all about the ESPN Take Back Sports Initiative by visiting littleleague.org/Project Play. I really like hearing about that. I think sometimes kids are caught up in their devices, whether it be in front of video game screens or just watching too much YouTube or what have you. We need them back playing sports.
I absolutely agree. Absolutely agree. You got a limited window of playing sports.
Old Beatty, a ground ball as he leads off the Irmo fourth inning. And he is thrown out for the first out for South Carolina.
You got one.
And what a great place to start. Play more Little League. Let's get more Little League started. Let's get the kids back on the field. Bottom of the order here for Irmo, Maverick Cox. His first plate appearance of this ballgame. 0 for 4 in the regional. Little entrepreneur. We were talking about this the other day. Started his own business. Hit on the hands of Cox. How about that play by Carter Clark? Into foul ground, lays out, makes the catch. Taking it bat away from Cox, 2 down.
Carter Clark. Jam shot, foul ball, long run, lays out, keeps that ball in the glove. Great play.
Stellar defense all week. This is game number 12 of the regional. Yeah, I count on one hand, or count on one finger, really, one game that stands out where it wasn't great defensively for one team, and it didn't cost them the game, and that was Phoenix City. Had some errors early, but they made up for it with their offense.
I mean, it's been just so much fun to watch these 11 and 12-year-olds play defense. They are just so adept at what they are able to do.
Well coached. So Davenport leads off his lineup, and he's batting for the second time. He lined out to the shortstop back in the first inning. Hits here with 2 outs. So the first time through the lineup, J.B. Carter limits Irmo, South Carolina to just 1 hit. Breaking ball, and there's hit number 2. So second time through, we'll see what South Carolina can do to get the offense jump started. Davenport with a 2-out bingo here in the 4th.
E.J. Davenport saw that breaking ball in the first inning, lined out to shortstop. This time he saw another one coming on the 3-2 count and laces it into left field.
Here we go.
Davenport and Owens, two really good-looking ball players, back-to-back in this lineup. Owens hit one to center field sharply for an out his first time up. Clark's had a couple of 1-2-3 innings, including the first. Also again in the third. Was on his way to one here in the fourth, but that base hit by Davenport has him at first base. The 1-1 pitch. And another line drive base knock. Back-to-back two-out singles for Davenport and Owens.
J.B. Carter spinning a really nice 12-6 curveball. Jackson Owens stays back. Drives that into left field. Little rally coming right now. Just what Irmo needs. They got to start answering the bell down 6.
You don't see the 12-6 as much anymore. You see the tighter breaking balls, the sliders, that kind of curveball. You don't see the overhand curve as much. Popped up. Short left field. Going back with a great catch, Julian Frazier. We have seen him do that several times in this regional. Covering a ton of ground at short.
I mean, this is just textbook. Ball in the air, watch him. He drop steps like he's a cornerback, turns and runs, and then makes the diving catch over his head.
Let's go back to the second inning when Nolensville jumped out in front. Ethan Nance led it off with a single. A couple of runs batted in by Carter Clark and Alexander Fields. A 2-run inning. Then in the third, they get 2 more. 3 straight hits. And then Hudson Van Horn leaving the yard for the second time this week. His second homer of the regional. Tack on 1 more in the 4th inning. It's been a great offensive game again for Nolensville, Tennessee. They've got the most hits of any team in this region.
Yeah, no, they can flat out swing it. They had a quiet game against Alabama in their only loss, but boy, they opened it up yesterday against Georgia. 8 hits here again today.
Jackson Owens came on last inning, walked a couple of hitters in succession, and Tennessee made him pay as they scored another run. The pitch to Hollis Smith here to start the 5th. He'll be followed by Packard and Julian Frazier at the top of the order. Winner of this game plays Florida tomorrow in an elimination game at 11 a.m. Eastern time tomorrow. The loser is eliminated. And we kind of joked about this at the top of the broadcast. School's ready to start. When you got thinking about football season, just like that, it comes to an end so quickly. These guys want to extend their season, even if it's just one more day.
I get to hang out with your best friends, play baseball every day, go back to the hotel, jump in the pool.
Pitch number 30 for Owens. That 1-2 is downstairs, 2-2. Hollis Smith, a strikeout victim looking. That's when Braxton Reichard is still in the ball game on the mound. He has since moved over to first base. Still time for South Carolina. Owens knows he's got to keep this a 6-run deficit. And that's a good start here in the 5th inning. He gets Smith to strike out for the second time, 1 away.
Just gas at the bottom of the zone. Hollis Smith trying a little emergency hack, trying to stay alive.
Good strikeout for Owens. And here's Brady Packard, who had a bunt single back in the 3rd inning. And he was the first run to score in the 3rd, a 3-run 3rd. He's proud of his pancakes. Right now, though, he's thinking about getting some Mike and Ike's from his dad, Bill Packard, over there at the first base coach's box. One. Out of the glove of the second baseman, Jensen. No play at first. Well hit ball by Brady Packard. He's on with 1 out.
That bunt single's coming alive. Brought his bat to life. Nice line drive in the 43 hole. But Braden Jensen had it for a second.
I'm going to charge Jensen with an error. I think that could have gone either way this time, but Packard's happy to be at first. And now Julian Frazier, can he stay hot? He has 2 hits in this ball game. He is 8 for 12 in the region and has 3 runs batted in.
Let the kids get it, please.
Owens thought he had strike 3.
I thought he did too. Man, good fastball inside corner.
I love how these little leaguers wear their emotions on their sleeve. That's going to get away from Cates. There goes Packard to second. It's cut off. Now Packard in scoring position. And I tell Tennessee's offense has had pressure on this defense right from the outset in this ballgame. Swung out and missed. That's another strikeout. 4 now for Owens in 2 innings. Actually an inning and 2/3. There are 2 outs for Callan Williams. I mean, that's a real feather in Owens' cap when you get Julian Frazier out this week.
Yeah, and he mixed it up again. Slide step with 2 strikes. He catches Frazier by surprise. That fastball gets by him.
So because Packard is the catcher and there are 2 outs, Julian Frazier, who made the last out, will be the runner at second base now. One of the idiosyncrasies of Little League, which we really appreciate. Just saves everybody a little time. The catcher has to get his gear on. Keeps things moving. The 1-0. Late swing, strike 1.
And you probably get the fastest guy on the field at second base.
Yeah, it doesn't hurt Nolensville, that's for sure. Williams has a hit in this game. And now the count is 1-2.
But Owens is so much more accurate when he gets a little bit lower arm slot. That right there.
That's it. Owens strikes out the side. Packard reached on an error, but it's a quiet inning for Nolensville. There haven't been many. Phoenix City, Alabama. Went to the Little League World Series in 1999, one win away from going back to Williamsport. They're in the championship game, 3 o'clock Eastern on Tuesday. We'll have it for you on ESPN. Tallahassee, Florida awaits the winner of this game. The loser of this one between Tennessee and South Carolina is done for the year. These parents, these family members, these friends of these Little Leaguers, nerve-wracking time as Frazier gobbles up that first pitch. Is put in play by Braxton Reichard. And there's one down here in the South Carolina fifth. I was just going to say, Greg, I mean, it's go time here for South Carolina, and they're at a part in the order where they could get something going here. 4, 5, and 6, but already one out as Reichard wraps it to Frazier.
Yeah, it is go time. Probably not going to see the top of or the middle of this lineup again.
It's out of play off the bat of Badger Luter. The pitch count for J.B. Carter. I don't know that he could have done a better job than he has. He has carved up Irmo, South Carolina. Coming into the inning, he had thrown fewer pitches than Jackson Owens, who's on the mound currently for South Carolina, and he's only pitched 2 innings. Fly ball, left field. That's caught by Alex Fields. 2 down.
I mean, it's been fastball, curveball. He's been pounding the zone, no walks, scattered a couple singles, but working fast, keeping his defense engaged, and we're seeing how good this Nolensville defense is. A couple of great plays last inning, diving catches. I mean, that's like Greg Maddux right there. Pitch count. 8, 10, 8, 4.
Works ahead of Cohen Paul quickly. 1 strike pitch. Buries that one in the dirt.
Hey, 1-1.
J.B. Carter.
1-1.
His dad, Mark, the third base coach. 47 years old. He's the associate athletic director at Vanderbilt. He was a part of that 2022 and 2023 run to Williamsport. His other son, Nash, was part of those teams. And boy, would he love to see his son, J.B., get to Williamsport, too. I mean, to have not 1, but 2 kids get that experience.
J.B. was following and tracking his brother during those runs to Williamsport, so he is familiar with Warner Robins. He's familiar with Williamsport. He's watched this tournament for a couple of years.
There's Dad. Good breaking ball again to Frazier. He'll make no mistake. 1, 2, 3 inning for J.B. Tennessee inching closer to a victory here on this Sunday night.
Look, I know you like Mike and Ike's. Oops. Don't eat that one that fell on the ground. What? Atta baby. You ain't scared of nothing.
I like that ploy by Bill Packard. Little
That was
treat
pretty good,
there.
yeah.
Get down to first base and get a little something.
I know you like Mike and Ike's. Yep. That's funny. That's a great idea.
Isn't there a 3-second rule too if it
Oh,
falls
yeah.
on the ground? I've been known to incorporate the 3-day rule. All right, Greg Olson, Clay Matvick here, 6th inning. 6-0 Tennessee. Bruce Kay leads it off for Nolensville, Tennessee. He'll be followed by Hudson Van Horn and Ethan Nance. And the hits just keep on coming for this bunch. That's hit number 9 for Tennessee. Kay has been aboard 3 times. First 2 times, though, were fielder's choices. This is his first hit of the day. Now, here comes to the plate, Big Beef. Hudson Van Horn. Earlier in this ballgame, 3rd inning, his 2nd home run of the regional.
He can hit it, man. He can hit it a long way. They call him Beef. You throw him something down and in, he is going to drop the head of the bat.
Heavy carom off the screen there for Cates. Kate can't advance. Hudson Van Horn. 5 hits in the regional. 2 of them have been home runs. He has driven in 4. "36 hits now in the regional for Tennessee. Now, they've played 4 games. Still, that's a boatload. 1-2.
That's 9 hits a game, Clay, for your Minnesota math.
Thank you. And Van Horn is going to look at strike 3 here for the first out. But especially when you consider that the games are only 6 innings.
Oh, yeah. No, I mean, this Nolensville team, their bats were quiet against Phoenix City, Alabama, but other than that, scored 10 against Virginia, only scored 2 against Alabama, 13 yesterday against Georgia.
Ethan Nance at the plate now. He's 1 for 2 in this ballgame. Single and a run scored. And hit in the 2nd inning, his 4th of the regional. Looking ahead to the 6th inning for Irmo, South Carolina. Braden Jensen, Liam Snellgrove, Jace Brown, 7, 8, and 9. Their lineup. So hope for a magic comeback late.
Jackson Owens with 6 strikeouts and 2 1/3 innings of work.
Oh, look out. That has to hurt. Off the front leg of Ethan Nance. We talked about how hard Jackson Owens throws, and you really feel for Ethan Nance now. As that hit him square.
Oops, sorry. Okay.
How about Ethan Nance popping up, and he's going to take his base. He's going to stay in this ball game. And look at the sportsmanship there. Some of the fans from South Carolina, they're the first to clap for Ethan Nance.
Well, Jackson Owens just went over and shook his hand and apologized.
We talked about how hard Owens throws.
Oh, man.
He's thrown 80 miles an hour at this distance.
46 feet.
Mercy.
And the last thing you can get out of the way are those 2 feet. Those 2 feet are kind of locked in on the ground.
Ethan Nance, tougher than the back wall of a shooting gallery. He's over there. He's not showing any signs of pain. And now at the plate is J.B. Carter. Two strikes on Carter, who's in line to be the winning pitcher in this ballgame. And that's a strikeout. Second strikeout of the inning for Owens. Really love that Owens went over to say,
Yeah.
hey, Nance,
My bad.
Sorry about that. Didn't mean to hit you.
Yeah, no, that's what I love about Little League, the sportsmanship that we get to see. These 11 and 12-year-olds. Franks faced Owens last inning, put together a pretty good at bat for a walk.
That is a great swing. Walked and scored a run in the fourth. That's the last run Nolensville scored. High to the count here, 0-2. Lincoln Franks drove in 3 in the Tennessee State title game. Has a runner in scoring position, 2 on, 2 outs. And Owens will get South Carolina back to the dugout, their last chance. Owens 8 strikeouts in his outing here this afternoon and early evening, and now we'll see if South Carolina has a comeback in them. Jensen, Snellgrove, and Brown coming to the plate in the 6th. Southeast Park here in Warner Robins, Georgia. Tell you what, this regional, one of the best out of the 10 in the country. Look at that American scene. And a dog, a popsicle, a little kid watching a baseball game. Doesn't get any better than that on a Sunday night.
About it, isn't it? That covers everything.
Last chance for South Carolina. They need a bunch. Braden Jensen to lead it off against J.B. Carter, who has pitched a dandy. A 3-hit shutout is what he's working on right now. Got Jensen to fly out to center his only time up.
Yeah, he has been in command, pounding the zone, 2 strikeouts, no walks.
He has only allowed 1 runner to get into scoring position today.
That was with 2 outs in the 4th.
Yeah, E.J. Davenport. Just got a piece of it. He has kept these South Carolina hitters off balance. He has worked ahead, though. That's the most important thing. As a former big league pitcher, how important is getting ahead?
Well, I mean, it opens up the chance to use that nice overhand curveball that he's got. He works fast, keeps his defense engaged, and it really has been a stress-free 5 innings of work.
Don't count out South Carolina just yet. Braden Jensen with a nice piece of hitting to get the 6th inning started. Pokes one out to right field. 4th hit of the game for Irmo.
Braden Jensen gets his first hit of the regional and a very timely one. Had an RBI squeeze bunt yesterday. He gets the rally started down 6. You're going to need walks, hit by pitches, singles.
Hit well toward the gap. Long run. Nance won't get there. This is going to go to the base of the wall. Jensen around 3rd. He is going to try to score. The play at the plate, not in time. RBI double. Liam Snellgrove, and South Carolina will not be shut out in this one.
Snellgrove hammers this ball into left center. Nolensville had been playing their outfield deep. Not this time, and he hits it over their heads. Long run, stand-up double.
Jace Brown, 0 for 1, a ground out. Son of bench coach, pitching coach, Jay Brown. Strike on the outside corner. Hey, comebacks are in Irmo Little League's DNA. Remember last year in the finals of this Southeast region, Irmo was down 4 going into the 6th and won it in walk-off fashion against Lake Mary, Florida.
Yes, they did. Westbrooks with a bases clearing double to walk off Lake Mary.
Wow, what a job by the shortstop, Frazier. That ball shot up on him. He hung in there, fields it cleanly, and throws out Brown for the first out.
Yeah, well struck ball by Jace Brown. But Julian Frazier will vacuum over at shortstop, stays down, corrals that ball, and gets that first big out.
There's B.J. Hammonds. He can leave the yard with 1 swing. 1 for 5 in the regional. Bernard Hammonds the second, BJ for short. Trying to help bring South Carolina back from 5 down. Pop back. And it's 1-2. Yeah, that was a terrific comeback for Irmo, South Carolina, as they punched a ticket to Williamsport last year. This team trying to channel that kind of magic. But Hammonds goes down on strikes, and now J.B. Carter. And Nolensville, Tennessee, 1 out away from a game tomorrow against Tallahassee.
This is that big 12-6 overhand hook. Call it hammer time. Starts up around the waist and just rolls off the table. J.B. Carter just unfazed. Gave up a single, then a long double, scores a run, loses a shutout, and gets right back at it.
And now, Irmo down to its last strike. As Colt Vady tries to extend the season here for Irmo. Tough play. Oh, they got the runner and a rundown. Got him. Ball game over. Max Kelly tracks down Liam Snellgrove to end it. And Tennessee stays alive. They will play tomorrow against Tallahassee, Florida, as they take out Irmo, South Carolina, the defending Little League regional champs. A final of 6-1.
Nolensville's bats stay hot. 9 hits again today. Score 6 runs. It was a relentless offense. And then J.B. Carter, man, he had himself a day on the mound. Was pumping strikes. Great breaking ball. And Irmo just could not solve the riddle of J.B. Carter.
So Tennessee and Florida tomorrow, 11 a.m. Eastern time. We'll have that for you on ESPN. And the winner of that one will take on Phoenix City, Alabama. Phoenix City has the day off tomorrow before Tuesday's regional final for the right to go to Williamsport and the Little League World Series, which starts on the 19th. The NOLA boys play on. Nice ball game here tonight, a 6-1 victory over Irmo, South Carolina. Well played all the way around. Here's Nolensville, Tennessee bunch. Great run by Irmo.
Yes,
they're headed home. Enjoyed it, Greg.
I did too.
He's Greg Olson. I'm Clay Matvick. For our entire crew, we say so long from Warner Robins, and we'll see you tomorrow morning.